sell triple play at any time. Um, what I prefer to do, and what I'm going to suggest for you guys to do in order to track your sales, is you guys are making home services sales, take a moment to three-way your prospect into the toll-free number. And it's a benefit on a couple different levels. One is because you're providing an extra service to your client. Secondly, you're able to track the completion of the sale. You'll want to, for every single sale, just in case we don't, it's new, we don't know how the tracking is as of right now because it is so new. What I would always do is make sure that you guys are creating, create yourself a spreadsheet with your customers so that you can write down the confirmation number, that you'll always be able to track your customers. You'll be right on the phone when they're giving out the confirmation number. So that is one very important thing. I wish I could tell you guys exactly how much the commission payout is. I know they're still working on that. But I do know it's a direct sale, so even if you start selling now, it's going to boost your income. And a lot of people are getting into, different sports and things of that nature. People are really, 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 with the holidays and everything, they're making sacrifices, and so that triple play is actually going to come in handy. A lot of people get cable just because, they'll be having a family over for the holidays or whatever, so you'd be surprised on what prompts people. Hi, Serena. Oh, I saw you this morning. You'd be surprised at what actually prompts people to move forward in giving cable. And a lot of times, this particular season, the contracts are up on whatever they had previously. So, they're more than willing to look at something that's a lot less. With that, I know a lot of people are doing just a fantastic job in obtaining customers. We're pretty much going to have to open up a 1,000 member club. We have some exciting things going on. I want to encourage you guys, each and every one of you, to shoot for 1,000. Do not stop getting customers. Last week we were on the call and there was, I kind of discovered on the call that there was some type of autoresponder going out. I still don't have the details on that, but it looks like corporate is sending out autoresponders to our customers as they are enrolling into their Sherlock Saver. So that is going to be phenomenal in just helping maintain that contact with your customers that you're giving Sherlock memberships to. So that's going to be, in the long run, it's all about tripping information to them consistently. And so that is going to be a great tool. I don't even have all the details on that, on how many cycles. If you guys have me on speakerphone, go ahead and start 6, please. Other than that, how are you guys doing, with the customers? Or I know that we are experiencing, it seems this might be a little slow on the recruiting side. And what I want to just kind of share with you, this is very more like an affiliate program, I would say. We've had, how do I put this? We have to learn a few different, tricks of the trade. We're just over 60 days in. We do have some momentum. We've totally cracked the code on the customer side. In terms of recruiting, we're in a different price bracket, which only means that we have to create a lot more value for what we have our hands on. Because we're coming over from home services, the people most of the people that are our contacts and Facebook friends and things of that nature kind of were familiar with us and that selling products per se. They're still looking. All I can tell you guys is keep planting seeds. Your seeds will begin to harvest. If you guys have been planting tons and tons and tons of seeds over the last couple of months, you can expect December, January, you can expect a nice harvest. So it's not that it's not working. You're in a crack, unfortunately, and I proved it this last week. It literally, we're in an era where we could literally ask 10 of our friends to borrow $100 and maybe only one of them physically have it. And that's where we are right now. And so it's not that, a lot of people we are building some traction. People see it. A lot of people even like it. A lot of people even want to do it. They don't have 250 right this moment. So it's almost something where they have to make an extra little stretch for. Or, wait until payday. So our follow-up is going to be crucial in maintaining this business. I know that I have previously been in businesses that were much more expensive. They're $250, and it was really all about the follow-up. It wasn't instantly. I know a lot of us got really spoiled in Vitel. Sometimes we had little $69 deals, sometimes $100. And even $100 was a stretch sometimes, but it was a quicker. They could come up with a little quicker. You do have to allow patience, unless you guys are peaking up. And that is another thing I can talk about, peaking up. Don't be afraid to talk to people. Typically, what happens is we normally talk to people who we think need this opportunity, or who we think need a money-making opportunity. How do I put this? I can't say that it's peaking below, but what you want to do is just don't be afraid to share this opportunity with everybody. I am not afraid to talk to a banker or a principal, or you have to just speak up. You never know a person's situation, no matter how much money they make. A lot of people are living above their means. And so, to us, we're thinking, they're a lawyer, they're a chiropractor, they're a doctor. They don't need extra money. No, they do. They do. At every level, people are looking to get their time back. They're looking, to make more money. Typically, we're totally stretched out as consumers and our overhead expenses, and we just have a ton of things going on. So you can't judge a book by its cover. Most people are looking for relief. No matter what they do, their monthly expenses are exceeding, their income on a comfortable level. So, we all want to live and, what do they call it, follow the Joneses. And a lot of times that gets us in trouble, where we find ourselves living paycheck to, and I can't even say paycheck to paycheck. Typically we're living paycheck to Monday, which means we get paid on a Friday. By Monday, it's a wrap. We're struggling because that money is already spent. So definitely get outside of your comfort zones and peek up. Talk to people who you would think have their stuff together. And those are going to be the ones probably, they'll have $250 on their credit card and disposable. But if we're talking to people who you think need it, 9 times out of 10, they're not going to have $250. They're not going to have $250, so it becomes a little frustrating for us. With that, I do want to open up the lines and just kind of catch the climate and see if we can help you guys with some objectives you've been dealing with, some challenges.
When I started doing, like, post-standing over the gas,
identify your name, sweetie. I don't know.
Sorry. I'm sorry.
Uh-huh.
I started doing, posting at the gas station. When I go to the gas station, I start posting. I just started that yesterday.
You mean what are you posting, a flyer?
No, not a flyer. I put my name, phone number. I write down all the information, but I think I'm going to put it on a nicer thing, like post it with a bigger one. I put my information there, and I'm going to see how that works.
You're putting it,
at the gas station, you know where the gas station and the tank. I'm putting it on the tank, posting it on the tank.
Oh, okay.
I don't know how that's going to work. I'm going to try it. I just started yesterday. You understand me now?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. I'm writing the information down, and then I'm posting it on the gas tank. So if people go to get gas, they will say, oh, wait a minute, what's this? And read it. Some of them may pick it up, some may not.
Well, if you post it on a gas tank, if somebody picks it up, that's one person.
Yeah, but I'm trying to do it at different ones. Yeah, at different ones.
I'm glad you mentioned that. I'm glad you mentioned that, because now this is taking me to a whole. Oh, okay. I'll hear you, hon. Okay, so great topic, ladies. People do not like. We have got to open our mouth and start talking to people. We're in network marketing. That means we have to open our mouth and we have to network. We cannot be afraid. It's not even a beast. We treat network marketing like it's a secret. Now, in Isolina's case, and I'm going to just point out your case, Isolina. She wanted to do a couple fit where she put it on the tape. I can almost guarantee you there had to be 20 people at the gas station between in and out that she could have actually talked to. Yes or no? Were there people there, Isolina, at the gas station?
Yeah, but they have several tanks, so I put it on all the tanks.
Okay, but why not talk to people? What's wrong with
I do it. Hey, I'm doing that too. I'm doing that too.
We have got
I met this lady, and we're just talking. So I just mentioned it. I said, oh, I can't wait to get home. I have to go take care of my, I just brought up a conversation just out of the blue. I have to go take care of my website because I'm in this new business. That's what I told her. And I love it. She wanted to know more. So we exchanged phone numbers.
Why? Did you get her email address?
Yes, I did. And I already set it off.
Let's do more of that. Let's do more of that. Let's do more of that. Talking to people. We cannot be afraid to open our mouths. You'd be something. And people are so, during the holiday season especially, for some reason, you can take the most negative person and they're really kind of happy around the season. They're doing decorating with the kids, and so we have the Thanksgiving, then we have Christmas. That puts people in a different mood. People are just friendly for some reason around the holidays. Everybody's laughing and talking and
They talk a lot more.
You guys have to capitalize on that. I wish I was around people.
You got around people?
No, I'm in the country. I mean, oh my goodness. So don't be afraid. I think a lot of it is we're hiding behind the computer. Get out and talk. I'm not even saying go outside of your normal routine, but as you guys are in the hustle and bustle of our daily routine, we're all busy here. In our busyness, we're ripping here and we're ripping there, and we're coming across a lot of people. Have your business cards, strike up conversation. There is nobody who does not want to hear about, at least hear, about how you can save them some money. You know what, let's exchange numbers. We're running, but I would love to share it with you, this program where it helps people save, between $100 to $300 a month. This is just free savings. Give me your number. We'll talk later. You don't sit up and explain everything to them right then and there. But you can drop enough to get their information and keep it moving. There is literally not too many people don't want to hear about how they can save for free. And they don't even have to purchase anything.
That's so true. I don't even mention business.
Oh, I do.
Lou, you were talking about talking to people. Well, you know how I feel about personal contact. I took a family member to the hospital the other day. I think I gave maybe 3 out to 3 nurses and a few people in the waiting room. And I listened to people. And one of the guys that I talked to, he was there with his wife, and he was a police officer. A lot of police officers in this area hunt. They're outdoorsmen. So I said, I'd like to give you guys something. And I started explaining, that what you do, you shop, and unlike other sites, you actually save. This is designed to save you money. And I think you can look for guns, you can look for fishing equipment. His wife said, hold up, when you said guns, he was done. I gave it out. 6 people. Do you realize it took me weeks before this system, I need to back up, and I want to find out, everybody on this call, is everybody using the new system? I was so frustrated last week, I couldn't talk. I heard somebody saying something about they were sending somebody to a site. Well, the old way, you were waiting for things to happen. You send them to a site, and you sit and you wait for them to go ahead and sign up and get their Sherlock. This new system is designed to make things happen. You take the initiative. I didn't like the waiting. I didn't like sending people to a site They haven't signed up yet? They haven't gotten their Sherlock? Oh, no. No. That wasn't working for me. This is why this system is so important. You make things happen. So now, when I'm out getting my car washed, I like that. Do business, give it to people that do business with you. They come in, the tech comes in, cable, whatever.
I gave one to my gardener.
Exactly. I talked to him. He said, well, I'm not online, okay? No law. When you go to the attorney's office, when you do banking,
What's it cost me?
you shop, talk to people. What is the worst they can say? No. But usually when you tell someone you want to give them something and it's going to save them money, and I usually bring up the fact that you can shop online, Costco, because in our area we don't have a Costco. So I tell them, with this free membership, you get to shop online at Costco and not pay an annual membership fee. And a lot of people go, really? I said, yeah, you have to drive down to New Orleans or possibly Lafayette. So we have to paint this picture for them. We have to make this appealing. We have to show that it's of value. Somebody told me, well, I already have such and such, but it's not there. It's not shopping Sherlock. Sherlock Fair is our cheapest online price. So we have to show them why it's better to have shopping Sherlock as opposed to something else. We have to promote this. This is our business. So whenever I'm out and about, I'm getting information. I'm getting emails, telephone numbers. Oh, and I do ask for the telephone numbers. I've had a few give me their work numbers, but I prefer the personal numbers. But I do ask for them. That way, I can contact them later, not just through an email. And I tell them, well, I just want to verify that it's working correctly.
Oh, that's good. I like that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna start doing that. I'm gonna start doing more of it. I did it with one lady on this, but I'm gonna start to do that at the cash register. Even though I don't want to keep them up too much, I'm gonna say, hold on to this. You get cheap stuff just real quick and give it to them.
Yeah.
Anybody. We don't even have to be specific. Because it's too much thought into this thing. Anybody. We don't have to figure out who specifically we're going to talk to. Any person breathing is a target. Any person you come in contact with.
If I'm going to see somebody on a cell phone and I see them scrolling, more than likely they have internet. If I see them with a notebook or a tablet, call. And it gives you practice.
I'm invited to a function at this is at some hotel. I'm going stacking up. February I'm going to.
You said you're going to do this at a hotel?
No, I'm invited to a hotel for a party.
Okay.
And I'm going. At first I didn't want to go, and I said, no, I'm going. Then on the 5th it is, I'm going, and I'm going to take all my, if I don't have my business card yet, I'm making some up.
Good.
I'm going to be there. President or Dilworth.
Yeah. Is there anyone on the line who is not using the new system? Anyone? If there is anyone on the line who's not using the new system, Lou, you might like my nerves, but Lou is created.
What is the new system?
Uh-huh.
What is this new system? I don't know if I use it or not. What was that talking? Amber? Oh, okay.
Lou has created from this system, she has created templates for everyone to use. I call it the green dot system. And these templates allow you to print it up and just copy and paste. Your friends online, copy and paste. Send it to them.
Where do we get them?
We have created a template.
It's in,
But Lou created a template for the rest of, for everybody else.
on Facebook.
Yeah. And that way you don't wait, you don't send somebody to your site and wait for them to sign. You actually give them Shopping Sherlock. You have their email address. You fill out, and then you send an email with a welcome letter. It's so simple.
Well,
And it's effective. It really is effective. It's in our Facebook group. There is a video floating around that shows you step by step, as well as the information. It is in our Facebook group under files. The two, one is the how-to. It walks you through how to effectively get 100 customers in 10 days or less. And then a follow-up would be welcome email that you have to send them. I will post it again so that it's fresh at the top of our Facebook group. Is everybody in this on this call in our Palatine Marketing Facebook group on Facebook? Is that Isolina?
yeah, this is actually, I don't see nothing here.
I think so. In our Palatine Marketing Facebook group.
Oh, yeah. I am. I thought it was a different thing. Okay, yeah, I'm there.
Okay. Well, if you click on files, that will be on the top right. Once you get on that page, then you'll see there's a slew of information. If you guys are
I have that. No, thank you. I have it. Everything. With the email, the reading the email thing, but I have noticed some of the people, and I said, no, that's it, did you get this email? Like, they don't check your email. I don't know.
Now, another thing you guys can do, it's an extra little step, but what you can do, you can also kind of copy and paste might not be the whole thing, but what I would do, you could take the time, like you said, a lot of people don't check their email, so an extra step that you could take would be to send a person a message on Facebook. Once you set them up with the Sherlock, you can send them a message, pretty much that you're all set. You're all set with your free Sherlock Saver, log in at www.sherlocksaver.com. Your temporary, you'll need to use your email address, and your temporary password is sherlocksaver.com. Check your email for further instructions. You can get them ahead.
Can I add to that? This is Margie.
Mm-hmm.
If you go into your view reports for all the names of the people you sent them are, and hit, for example, if you hit view member profile on someone's name, then their name comes up, and if you hit send message, there's a subject line which I write at, and there's a message which I say, just reminding you, don't forget to use this for your Christmas shopping. I've had 5 people contact me in the chat saying, thank you for reminding me, I've already ordered such and such, or now I'm using it, or whatever. So there's a reminder there. You just hit send message on the person's name, and then there's a subject line and a message, and then send that message, just reminding you. I can't get over the response I had for that.
Well, but that takes us right back to the email issue.
Well, I've had responses. That's all I can say.
I use it too, but she's I'm just trying to respond to her question that people don't check their email.
And that's one of the reasons I ask for telephone numbers. When you can send that text message, a lot of times people don't look at emails, but they will look at a text message.
Thank you. That's true.
Yeah.
Well, we're confusing the two because that's in person, and we're talking about online, so that's a little different.
You can ask for telephone numbers with a green dot.
You know, and yet, if you know them, but just
Right.
as a general rule, it's not going to be as effective. Asking a total thing.
If they
But
don't
you
check
have,
their
everybody
email,
has a page which they can do. But just keep all these options in mind.
Yeah.
I'm just wondering if they don't check their email, why would they get the welcome email, to use the product? So I'm sure at some point they're checking it. That's what I'm getting at.
Well, you know what I do? I send it on Facebook, the message.
Right, if you send it on Facebook. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Well, I think it's 5
and then I send it.
That's all I'm saying.
And when I say send it to Facebook, because you can tell them to check your email. You're all set. Check your email.
Right.
Because a lot of people, that's all I'm saying, if you're having problems or thinking that they're not checking their email, that was just an extra little step to try to move them to check their email. That's all. But yeah, you're exactly right, Margie. Most people, especially people who sign up themselves, that I did not give it to, who just signed up, always take a moment and send them a message in their from their Sherlock finger. And you would be surprised that the responses are also from their name. Make sure that I friend those people. Some people are my Facebook friends, some are not. Because it's, sometimes it's friends of friends who saw it. I know when I was posting clothes, I was posting outfits. And on the post, it would say, if you like it, share. And then I would always have the Sherlock Saver, my website on there with the invitation code. So a lot of people were just posting and sharing because they liked the outfit, not even realizing what the message said. They were just excited, sharing the outfit. So I would get a lot of friends of friends. So a lot of the savers are just not even, my own personal Facebook friends. So I would go through and search the name and then friend those people, and kind of just reach out.
That's a good idea. I like that.
So it's just, we just, ladies, we shop. We have to be creative and make it fun. But follow-up is going to be key in terms of them utilizing the Sherlock Saver. Again, I just found out last week somebody was on this call, and they stated something about an autoresponder. And for them, they wanted to turn it off. I'm saying I didn't even realize it was there. Let's keep it on. We can't turn it off anyway. We can. I'm sure that they could probably opt out. But from my understanding, those autoresponders are geared to the business side of it. I am going to find out more information regarding exactly what those autoresponders are. Hopefully I can get my hands on them, because that's going to be huge. If there's something going out from corporate that will stay right, close, and personal with your customers, with every customer in our Sherlock database, that's going to be huge in the long run. So I'm going to try to get my hands on that campaign and see how often it goes out or how long it goes out and things of that nature. That's pretty cool. Anybody else? Any other challenges? Any other things that you find that you're doing differently that's working?
I have a question. This is textile. I just wanted how are people that are on this call, how are we doing on our November promotion? The Get To and Help To to Get To. I know if, I have devoted myself to working with, others instead of myself actually sponsoring people. And I've got 2, 3, 4, 5 people who have either gotten there too, or they're now helping to get to. It has been absolutely amazing. And in this time of the year, a lot of people seem to think that, they don't want to spend $249 because they want to save it for Christmas shopping. When I explain, you can get into a business that's worth thousands of dollars for $249 and never have to worry about saving money for Christmas again. And, this is just such an amazing time for Shopping Sherlock to be able to expand, especially here in the United States. We have very, very few reps. I know, overseas in the UK we've got thousands, but here in the United States we don't have as many. So this is like a huge ground floor opportunity. So I was just curious as to who's on the call. How are they doing on their November promotion?
So that's
I like what you said about, I wasn't sure how to approach it when they said, well, it's Christmas, I can't afford it. So will you repeat that? What did you say to them? And this is what I say to a lot of people, because let's face it, the main thing or the main objective that people have, $249 is a lot of money. Well, yeah, it is. And when I think back to the position I was in about 18 months ago, it was a lot of money that I didn't have. But I found a way to do it because we need to make sure we're showing people the value, not how much it costs to get started with Shopping Sherlock. And what I said to them was this, Grandma Margie, is, $249, that is a lot of money at this time of the year. But what I want you to understand is this is a one-time fee. You don't pay this every 12 months. It's one time. And what you are capable of earning is phenomenal. Because you're setting yourself up to be in front of a $1.29 trillion industry that you're able to benefit from, and the possibilities of you earning, even in, a relatively short period of time, 2, 3, up to $20,000 a week. That's insane. For some people, that's more than they make an entire year punching the clock. And they said, well, you guys have got a good point. And I said, think of this as your Christmas present to yourself or your family. Because in the long run, you're helping your family out.
Well, I took my example. I didn't have the money up front, and I saved it. And I told this girl that she can save it too, because she told me she didn't have the money. I said, well, put aside some money. When you get paid, put aside some money, like what I did. And I got in. Good advice.
It's definitely about creating value.
Yeah. And here's another thing. If you were to ask somebody, or you could say this to somebody, suppose they don't have $149. Ask them what you do. Do you have an iPhone? Most people are going to say yes. And then you say, how much did you pay for that iPhone? Okay, so we all know iPhones are about $700. So, okay, let me get this straight. You can drop $700 on an iPhone that's not going to make you one dime. It's going to give you lots of nice features. But how about using that iPhone you paid $700 for? And then you can write it off as a business expense because you're able to share your Shopping Sherlock with your iPhone.
and it's only going to cost you $249, which again is a write-off because that's considered a business expense. And you are capable of making a ton of money. And I just say, let me show you what we've got on the table here. I want you to really take a close look at this because I don't know if you really want to just throw this away because you're capable of earning up to $20,000 a week. Well, you sure make it sound easy. But I like that. I'm going to remember that. Here's the thing. We have to be excited. You have to be excited about what you're doing. You have to believe in what you're doing. When you are excited and you are sharing that excitement with others, they get excited. If for some reason you are, well, I'm with a company called Shopping Sherlock, and, this is what we can get with it. You can save a lot of money. $249, yeah, a lot of people, it's hard for us. No. Don't do that. You've got to be so excited that somebody might think you are insane. See, and then my fear is that I'm too excited. That's what I think I do. I think I scared them. I don't think so. Okay, well, I don't think you can ever, excitement fails. I don't think you can ever be too excited. That's contagious. I've been posting how excited and how happy I am to be working at home and all that on Facebook, and I use hashtags, which has brought in a lot of people that look for work at home. I don't know if anybody knows about the hashtag thing, but they definitely help. Because then when anybody's searching in Facebook or Twitter for that certain word, your posts will come up. You'll see, oh, hey, they post about working at home. I want to befriend them. I've gotten a lot of friend requests that way. People asking about, what it is that I'm doing since I've been posting how excited and happy I am. But I've been targeting the women shoppers because when we go out and we talk to people, women look at other women's clothes, and we're pretty much walking billboards. What if we presented it like that? And when I talk to them about the $249, I don't bring that up right away. I go through and I explain everything that they get, especially with the Power Team marketing campaign. I mean, if we were to actually get a marketing campaign from, like, say, Ace Marketing, it would cost us about $3,000 for 6 months to a year just for that campaign alone. Not to mention all the speed pages we get too, which if you were to hire somebody to do it, because most people don't know how to do it themselves, it would be about $25 to $50 per speed page you set up. And here we have multiple speed pages that we can change and move around at just a simple click of a button. So when you present the $249, if you show them how much they're getting and the value of what they're getting, then $249 isn't going to seem like much at all. Right, see that? Absolutely. Very good. Thank you. Is there anybody else? Yeah, thank you, Cindy. And Margie, what was the last person that spoke? Was that Margie?
No, Amber.
Oh, Amber? Was that Amber? Oh, thank you, Amber. So there's lots of good stuff with good ideas, and it's about planting seeds. It's about excitement and showing value. You can't really stress that enough. And it's really simple. I actually love the iPhone question because most people do have, an expensive smartphone, and they definitely, and that's almost like a gut check. Nobody wants to admit, oh Lord, yeah, I came up with that. And that is a huge gut check. I love that. Just to get people to think. Sometimes it's right in our face. I know I had somebody tell me last week that they were, she said, well, I'm unemployed. So I'm just thinking, okay, you've been out maybe 6 months. She said, so, how long have you been unemployed? She said, 5 years. What in the world? And I said, well, I said, well, you're looking for a job I said, what's your end game? Is your end game to find a job or to earn income? She said, well, ultimately to earn income. And I said, and I'm sure in the past 5 years, you've been looking for a job. I said, if you were looking for ways to earn income, I'm sure in the last 5 years, there would have been a problem. And a lot of times, people don't get that. And to hear it, it's like, wow. We don't want a job. We want income. That's why their job isn't even in question. Oh, boy. So, we won't hold you guys, but definitely value. And we have a lot of value. I've never in my life been in a business where we can give away something for free. And capitalize on it to the magnitude of 20,000 plus a week. That sounds, that's crazy. This is not the lottery. You're not going to get in and make, 20,000 within 30 days or, the next week. I want you guys to manage your expectations. As Lydia says this, where you are today is a result of your best thinking. So we have to allow ourselves some time to grow, to learn, so that we can earn. Learners are earners. So we have to allow ourselves just some time to learn some things a little differently than what we've been doing that hasn't been working. So, just keep at it and learning, lots and lots of different tips and tricks and things. I hope that there was a lot of great tips that were shared on this call even. And let's just take this as we go through our week. Take a little bit of this and a little bit of that and trip and let's just, work on business.
Guys, Lou, I'd like to tell everybody something before we leave. I went to my shop in Sherlock, and you view your reports and you see the people that you've invited, you sent, and then you see your list of members. Well, I went back and I saw a name I didn't recognize. And I found out this was my very first, so I'm really excited about this. And this is about that value. You see, we have a reason to tell people and get them to shop in Sherlock. But I got my first person from one of the members that I gave the shop in Sherlock to. They told one of their friends, and that was the first one that I received that way. And I was so excited. And this is what Lou was talking about earlier about planting seeds. But because I followed through and I talked her through with setting it up, and I can't get it to do. This is one of those nurses that I told you guys about. And she told one of her nursing friends, and I went back and found somebody else in my back office, that wasn't there, and it was through word of mouth advertising. That is the best. Because that person saw value in it. It wasn't me. Of course, we see value. But she thought enough of it. Oh, well, this is fantastic. I'll tell one of my friends. So those seeds that you plant and you water, it will pay off. It will definitely pay off.
Excellent point. Excellent point. All right, ladies, I will, let's have a great week. Let's keep pushing. Let's be positive. Let's have high energy. Let's share. I see people, somebody told me the other day that they were afraid to actually post about this particular opportunity on their Facebook wall because they've done a couple other businesses before and they don't want people to think, that they're all over the place or what have you. Everybody shops. We're all consumers. Nobody is exempt from being a consumer. And, if you can post about savings, this is again a different beast. Most other opportunities, we're asking people to spend money. With this one, we're offering a free gift, basically. So it's a different beast. If you can share these Facebook games and scandal and all this other stuff, clearly you can share your business. Just without exposure. So I just want to say to...
Go ahead. This is actually, I post some boots, my before boots. Girl, everybody was all over that. It works for me. I just post some boots. Some, those booties, from my befores. They were all over it. I got so many comments and response and where did you find that? And I like it and everything.
Did you reach out to them separately?
Yes, I sure did. I sure did. One girl that didn't want nothing to do with what I was sharing. She was the main one that wanted to find out. Let me have that website. Did you send it to me? I said,
absolutely. You'd be surprised. And what captures the person's attention. If you guys are finding deals, try to, do it before, Sherlock, price, and after. It makes a difference when people actually see it. We can talk until we're blue in the face, but when they see, it kind of, you can't, it is what it is. When you're showing it to them, we can tell them all day long, oh, we're saving money. But when they see the price, and it's the exact same thing. A lot of people will reach out. It piques their interest. So, good stuff. With that, I love you guys, and let's move into, have a prosperous weekend. Let's just share more as if our life depended on it.
Okay, we'll do.
As if our life depended on it. Just, let's take it to another level, and we can all do it. This is a business that everybody on this line can do. We really can. So let's be encouraged. And have a great week.
Thank you. Great. I love you.
Thanks. Bye-bye, ladies.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Lydia.